Let's see if it's working. It claims it is.
Do we believe the
I'm
drunken Carl bot?
Oh, I'm not going based on Carlbot. I'm looking at actual Rumble.
Gotcha.
Carlbot's already announced it, but Carlbot's
I know,
usually
but
drunk.
Carl bot, can,
He has his drunken
Yeah, he
moments.
was out and about on Saturday, by the way. I don't
I
know if you
saw
saw.
that, and I can at least
Yeah,
appreciate it. You know that?
right.
I think I can say I appreciate that Carlbot is at least
At least try
telling us that YouTube is pushing our
pushing. Yeah,
videos.
right.
And at least he wasn't pushing one video for one thing and another video from a different platform.
This is true. Because that
You
would be,
got to
yep.
appreciate that one.
Yes, ma'am.
Um, it says we are live and in
All right, then.
progress. So
Are we ready?
I'm going to go ahead and go snatch our notification out of Discord and share it where it needs to be.
Okay.
And I'll be able to focus on the chat momentarily.
I don't have the chat up.
I don't know what to do about that one.
Well, let
Oh,
me
no, no
flat
one's in it, so it doesn't matter. We have one Persian,
Persian. Persian. We're going to start
Persian.
out. Yeah,
We have a
Persian.
Persian. Wow. You're
Yep.
part Persian, part person.
Uh huh.
Hola,
Persian.
señorita.
Persian.
Miss
Hmm.
Blue Rose.
Hey, Blue. I'm going to dip out and come back.
Okay. Take it she probably can't hear me or had something coming through. I'm just getting these notifications out there. Be patient with me. I am slightly dizzy, still kind of off balance from the other night. Hey, Art, I'm not here. You're hallucinating. Oh, don't even joke. I was at the ER last night because of dehydration and some stuff going on. Yeah, don't even joke. I might be hallucinating for all you know.
It's all an illusion.
Oh, Lordy. Yeah, 3 hours at the ER.
Oh,
Um,
you know what? I don't want to hear 3 hours.
I know, I know. You're used to like 6 weeks in a day.
Right. That's more like it. 6 weeks in a day. Thank you for
I know.
acknowledging that. Yeah.
In my
Down
case,
there in
a
country
3 hours.
bumpkin Yeah, country bumpkin time. Oh yeah, was at the ER for 3 hours. That's
Hey,
like,
I can't help it. My doctor was on a kick and doing really good last night, and the nurses were amazing.
mm-hmm.
That's one thing I could say is it is a small town hospital, but they are really good.
Well,
They are a good
yeah,
hospital.
when I went to the one up at camp, it's affiliated with the hospital. They were better than any of the major hospitals. Well, that's what I mean. They snapped. You know what I mean? It was boom, boom, boom. We're going to do X, Y, Z. One, two, three. Let's move it, people. And I was like, damn, why can't all of the hospitals be run this way?
Because big hospitals don't get paid by the hour per se when it comes to the patient. So.
Speaking of big hospitals, by the way, oh, before
Uh-huh.
we get started, good evening, everybody. Today is Tuesday, September 30th. It's 7:06 p.m. We were on time, but we were checking out some things and BSing. Thank you for joining Rex Sisters. We appreciate it. Please don't forget to like, follow, comment, share, subscribe, contribute. Even a penny will do. No, not a penny, because they wouldn't be able to take 70% of it. So, uh, at
Well,
least a
through Cash App,
dollar.
they don't get any of it.
Yeah, if you would, yeah, until we meet the numbers. But even if you contribute a dollar, it will sit in a pot till we get our 100 subscribers or followers on Rumble, and then we get 70%. So
Mhm.
that means we would each make 15 cents per episode. Um, But uh, so thank you for joining us. First off, then Crazy B, go ahead into your. Oh, I wanted to make an announcement before I forget.
Yes.
Beginning October 1st, this is across all. Supposedly, check your plans. All Medicare platforms, insurance companies will no longer be doing telehealth appointments beginning October 1st, which is, I believe, tomorrow.
I believe so.
Mm-hmm. So they will cease and desist. There's no rationale given. I'm pissed because that was one of the most convenient things for me, especially if you're homebound, to get out once a month, for them to force you to get into the doctor's office to what? Check your blood pressure, listen to your heart, and what else? That's about it.
I believe so.
Mm-hmm. Uh-huh. Yeah.
Whoops. Sorry, I accidentally hit a video that we're setting up for watching.
Mm-hmm.
It looks like it's the same video, but from two different sources. Oh, one's only a minute and 40 seconds long. The other's the full
Yeah.
video. My
Yeah.
bad.
There's
Oh,
um
that's funny. The video has 696 likes. I used to live by a freeway called 696 when I lived in Michigan. It
mm-hmm.
goes from Detroit to Chicago.
There you go.
Or no, that's 96. 696 is a segment of 96. My bad.
Yeah, we have or something or other. Before we begin, I have a major complaint today. Well, actually, it was last night,
Okay.
and I want to know who I have to talk to get it resolved. I'm getting
Well,
really
what is
pissed,
it?
okay? It doesn't matter what type of bottle, pop bottle, if you want to call it a soda bottle, a iced tea bottle, a large bottle, big bottle, small bottle, medium bottle, orange juice bottle, chocolate milk bottle, any kind of bottle.
Okay.
Why can't I get the frickin' lid off? The lid is practically glued to the bottle.
I guarantee it's not a bottling problem. I guarantee it's a hand strength problem.
Hmm. I kind of would have agreed with that, except we got it still pretty good grip strength. Plus the elderly assisted things that you can use to get it off of.
Mhm.
I've used scissors, knives, other cutting tools. Uh, it's it, okay. So now you're saying it's user error.
Well, not necessarily user error, but I mean, I don't know
Okay,
for
so
sure.
for somebody else that has ooh, hand issues, how are you able to get these bottle lids off so easily?
I ask someone else to do it.
I see.
If I can't get it in my various ways, I absolutely will use someone else.
Well, just as my proof, Eric has extremely strong hands and he struggles at times to get,
Oh,
particularly,
that's happened with my son too.
yeah,
I had a bottle of soda that was so heavily overcarbonated, neither of us could get it off, and I almost had to do that old fashioned, kind of like the beer drinking, where you poke the hole in the side to
yes,
get the pressure out,
yes.
and then you just
So
undo it that way.
you
Yes,
think
I've almost had to do that.
you think it's a carbonation issue,
Well, if you're it's soda, but if it's milk or tea or
right?
something else, then I can't say it's carbonation, that's the problem. Um, it's
Maybe I'll
maybe
have
some
to start Pop-tarty
else.
activity. And
I've
I know,
had problems with a lot of bizarre things
yes,
and
and
required some assistance.
and I will say that there's one brand that we both like that helps headaches go away
Mhm.
because it contains caffeine that is highly the problem.
Yeah.
But I'm mad. If you would have seen, I was going to take a picture of it last night because
Mhm.
you would have thought a beaver would have gone after the lid the way I ended up having to cut it apart and get the scissors on it, had the knife. All I kept thinking was, I'm going to cut my finger off. Just try. Ma'am, how did you cut your finger off? How'd you lose your finger? Oh, well, just trying to, get a lid off. That's all.
There's someone named Jacob in the chat saying hi. Um, it's I'm truly Peely.
Hmm.
Want to give a shout out to him.
Okay. Hi, Truly Peely. It's me, Jacob. Is it really? Interesting.
I'm sure there's a lot of Jacobs. I'm not sure which one it is.
Neither am I. Oh my gosh. Hold on a minute. I have to. It's not.
Oh, it's your grandson.
No.
It's your favorite child.
No.
That's what the chat says.
What?
It
What
says,
just.
yes, it's your favorite child.
I don't have a favorite child.
Well, you might want to tell him that.
Exactly.
Ignore the DM I just sent you. That's what I was pondering in the DMs.
Yeah, I don't know who they're talking to. Uh,
I would assume it's your grandson. Oh, you know what it is? Because I follow his channel on YouTube, and yes, that is the name on the YouTube channel because you sent me to it for his videos.
I see.
That is a grandson in the chat, and I can see why he would believe he's the favorite child. You know that sibling rivalry.
Yeah.
Uh, wait, it
I,
says what the H? Uh-oh. Hey, Cannabis.
hi,
Am I getting something
Candace.
wrong? D abuses them equally. Art. Red October inbound. Yeah, I know. A lot of us Gen Xers are like, yep, it's getting to be that time. Unfortunately, I know. We're watching out for it.
Yes.
Blue
So
Rose is truly confused.
I'm confused. I don't have any idea what's going on. You're confused. I'm confused.
I recognize the name from my YouTube follow list. And I get notifications when new videos post, and I usually go through and like them because talented there. It's the grandkid.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know, Cannabis. Yeah, I see it in the chat. It's a deleting oneself week is also inbound. It's sadly.
I want to know the solution to how to get the lid off of my soda pop. Hold on a
Well,
minute.
grab a
Hold on.
youngin.
Hold on. Hold on. Somebody quiet. Quiet. I'll be right back.
Okay. Uh-oh. Yeah. She's got a dip for a second. She'll be back. But yeah, that's what I noticed as well. Blue. Yeah. Yeah, we're all you're the crazy uncle, I'm the crazy aunt, Art. Oh, God. What a week. She went to go deal with somebody. Oh, God, I love it. Kiddos are great. Oh, I love them all very much. Yeah, I know. It took me a second too, and I'm like, "What? Wait a minute." And I recognized the name, but I couldn't place where it was. And then I remembered, "Oh, it's her grandson." Got it. He must have been notified we're going live. I like that he gave us a follow, or he's following us. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. No, go away. Oh, lordy. We're going to wait for Dee to come back. Oh, oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. He is adorable. I absolutely find her grandson adorable as all get out. Bum, bum, bum. It didn't come through. Why not? Okay, you're back.
Oh my lord. Anyway, did anybody solve my dilemma?
I still think your best bet is to go through and just have somebody open bottles before they leave in advance.
No, because then the carbonation it goes flat.
Well,
I
not leave it open, but just tighten it back so you can still have it to open, not leave them open, but just
once
loosen
you
it.
open it, all that carbonation goes into the air and it's almost flat anyway. So it,
Then what to do? That's a good
go
question.
back to bottled pop where you need a can opener. That's an idea. And if in all honesty, if you go into here we go, we're going off topic, but
It's fine.
okay, if you go into the Mexican cuisine section of your local grocery store, large chain, you will find Pepsi products that were made the way they were back in the old days.
Yes, that's a temporary throwback thing that they're doing.
Oh no 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 no! It's not temporary. It's permanent.
Oh, really?
It's always been there. It has. It's made with real sugar. It doesn't have and it doesn't contain the preservatives.
Oh, you're talking in the Mexican stores. Yeah, because of the
No,
quality.
did I just say in the Mexican section of your local like in Walmart? Go
Well,
to
it's
the
the same thing
Mexican
as going to a
section.
Mexican grocery store. It's their products that they would sell over in Mexico.
Correct.
And so, yes, I know
But
what you're
if you go
saying.
into the Mexican section of
You
Walmart,
get the healthier choices.
correct. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Um, Cannabis says they have those gripper opener things.
Tried it, didn't work.
She tried that, didn't work.
I
Art
even
says
tried the
they
thing with that, that you screw it underneath your cabinet and whatever size jar you have or lid, you slide it in. It's supposed to twist and turn it off. Nope,
that's
nada.
similar to like Art suggested. It's like a little wrench. It's like an oil filter wrench that you can use on jars and bottles.
Nope, nada.
I have believe me when I say I have used an oil filter wrench to open a jar before. Um,
Never had a problem with the jar. It's almost like they've used too much glue or whatever it is, or in the sealing process, it got melted together almost, like the lid got melted to the plastic.
so is it like the plastic ring that it's not breaking away from?
Well, first yes. And then yeah, I even get that apart because I have to take a knife and
Yeah.
work that apart. Then I have to go for the lid.
And that's where I have a problem sometimes too. As I have literally took a knife and broke the seals, tabby things between the
Mm-hmm.
ring and the cap.
Yep.
And I've had troubles before too where my fingers, I ended up with severely deep callousing because of trying to get those fuckers off.
Yeah.
I have used my shirt. I have done all kinds of things. I've
Yes.
even tried using a knife to help pull it up over that bottom rung.
Yep.
You
And
know
it
how you
won't.
would with an old
Yep.
jar technique with the butter knife?
Yes, ma'am.
I almost needed stitches. I
Yes,
almost
ma'am.
cut my finger open with that technique. I've had this problem, and the main thing I found was just Danny or my son were able to
Or
sometimes, or
what I'm
I
doing
poke a
right
motherfucking
now.
hole in it and pour it into a cup.
And the other thing too is what I'm drinking right now. It's either I drink a Coke or a Diet Mountain Dew. That's all I'll have, either or.
Uh huh.
But I'm even having issues with the tabs are getting to be seem to be
Now,
harder.
even from a can, I have been known to use like a butter knife or a pocket knife to help
Yes.
pull that tab
Yeah.
up.
Yes. Mm-hmm.
I don't think I won't. I have like 4 pocket knives next to my bed. I can use any one of them to
My
open that
problem
can.
is, yeah, I never finish a can of pop. And those mini cans, that is an excellent idea. That is like the right amount of pop, as we say in the North, or soda if you're in the South,
Well,
or
I
whatever.
believe it or not, I always said soda when I lived in Michigan even. I just
Mm,
was always that. I've always said soda. I never called it pop.
well, pop. It's
I'm a
pop.
weirdo.
Well, it's pop.
I'm from the north, but I still didn't call it pop.
Hmm. And so that little mini can is just the right size. Here's the problem. It's cheaper to buy the 6-pack regular than it is the 8-pack mini and throw the shit away that you don't drink. It's cheaper in the bigger can. Somebody,
I know.
again,
Well, here's what
explain
you
that.
could. I know that once you open it, it starts to go flat. I can live with semi-flat soda. I'm weird like that. But
Semi
most
flat, I can,
I
not
don't know
flat
because I
flat.
would say pour some of it into the smaller can, put something to cover it, like those plastic
They
can
make
cover
those. Yeah,
things.
they make those. Yeah, I
They're
know.
not the best, but it's no different than recapping a bottle.
I know.
And you're still going to lose a degree of that fizziness, but it's better
Well,
than
and then
nothing.
the other thing that I've gotten extremely spoiled to is the refrigerator that now serves as a deeper freezer than the deep freezers are, right? Remember,
Yes.
it can freeze a gallon of iced tea probably within several hours.
Mhm.
Well, now that the drinks have been put in there, I don't want to. I told Eric, I said, well, technically, what we call the back of the house is the front of the house on the street side. And I
Mhm.
was, who's calling? Son of a gun.
Well, she'll be back.
Nope.
Can you hear me? And nope. There's our answer. She'll be back in a moment. Be patient, my folks. Be patient. You can get a bottle pressurizer that you can screw onto a 2 liter. They also work for plastic 500 milliliter bottles too. Ooh, really?
What is it?
A bottle pressurizer. And you screw it onto the where the cap would go. It can go on a 2 liter or a 500 milliliter bottle. And it just basically sustains the pressure. And then you just pour through it instead of having to keep putting it on and off, I believe.
Okay, Art, you got to drop us the link.
Hold on, I was just about to pull it up. I'm gonna see if I can find it. One moment, please.
And this stuff is this is important stuff. This is life, altering here for live on air, that the hosts need to know about. But I want to put that refrigerator on the front porch. Do you think people would have an issue when they drove by and saw it?
Um, Probably not.
I could maybe paint it green to match the color of the trees. It could blend in, perhaps.
Mm-hmm.
It just
Oh,
the drinks are really cold in it. Cold, I should say. I mean, like ice cold. Like if
yeah.
I drank beer, damn, you couldn't get any colder than this. Did you find it?
Okay, that one you gotta put on and off. But this little bulb one, it
Oh, I almost said
does it
Link.
have a
Wait,
spout?
here's what I almost said. I almost said that Link said that Art will put one in the description.
It
Oh my
might have.
lord, it's going to be a long.
Okay, this has a little squeezy bulb, and
Okay.
then you just flip it backwards and it pours out. And here, I'll send you the link in Discord.
He's going to put it in the Discord for
Oh,
anybody that
okay.
wants to
Thank you,
see it.
Art. I found one on Amazon that I'm gonna send as well, just as a good old backup.
Thank you, Art. I appreciate it.
I
So,
do
for
too.
anybody that I missed, Cannabis, Art, Blue Rose, Crazy Bee, anybody else, thanks for joining us this evening. Again, you are totally with Wrecked Sisters. Now, we have one other item to get out of the way, and that is if you have not joined the Discord,
I already pinned links to it in both chats.
thank you, ma'am, there will be a survey
A poll, technically.
up. Oh my God, Lord help
A
me.
survey is for feedback, and they have to leave an answer, like a more detailed type
Well,
answer.
they could, if they wanted to, they could write it in the DM.
That's true.
Anyway, she's lucky we're not sitting across from one another
I'd
because
probably get smacked upside the head.
she'd get twapped, as we would say. Yep, she'd get twapped right now.
I'm
Oh,
just
my
being
head
more
hurts.
specific.
My head hurts. I'm talking backwards. You couldn't talk in the beginning. You're rubbing off on me.
Uh,
Yep,
it happens.
it does. So there'll be a poll. Why don't you tell them what the poll was about?
We are wanting you guys to have a say in what we say about the Fridays titles when we kind of just do a hodgepodge episode type of thing. So we'll be putting a poll up to get some opinions on, I think it's 3 options that we have available. And we've narrowed it down for you guys to make it easier. And I'll be putting it up after the live stream today. It will be up within probably 30 minutes of the live stream ending, and I get everything closed up and all that done. I'll jump onto Discord and I'll put up the poll for everyone to have a say in it.
Now, what if you don't belong to the Discord?
Well, that's what the links are for. You can click on the link and that's pinned in the message and you can join there. Or you can well, ask us for further advice in the comments section and we'll go from there.
Okay. Sounds like a plan. All right. Well, after that half hour, no, that wasn't it quite. That was 24 minutes about. Thank you.
29 minutes according to the timer.
I thought we didn't start till 7:06.
We did, but according to the broadcast timer that's in the studio, I don't know if you can see it, but I can. It
No,
says
I can't.
29 minutes and 17 seconds, 18, 19,
Okay.
20.
Do you need twap the second time?
Well, I'm just counting as it goes, keeping
Okay.
it updated.
All right. Thank you. I appreciate that. Are you
You
ready
gotta
to
love
get
my
this show
behavior.
started? It's only Tuesday. It's going to be a long frickin' week.
Hey, I'm
Oh,
still recovering from last night, so be patient with me.
hey, I haven't recovered yet. What are you talking about?
Uh, at least I remembered to pull the EKG stickers off of me.
Yeah, I find a thing or two of them in
Oh,
unmentionable places sometimes.
Art and Arby both shared options
Of what?
for the soda option.
Oh, thank you both. Thanks, Arby. I didn't see you in the chat.
Oh, he's not in the chat. He's over in Discord. He added it in.
I I know, but he must be listening if he put
No,
it
he
in.
saw Art post the thing about the soda thing, and then he replied to what Art was
Oh,
saying
so he can reply to Art, but he can't
in
listen to
Discord.
our broadcast.
Well, I'm sure he's busy doing something. I
Uh-huh.
mean, for all we know, he's at work
I don't
still.
want to know what else he could be doing. So, you know,
He could be walking Baxter.
I
Oh,
know.
speaking of Baxter, we'll get to that.
Oh yeah, do you want to do that now?
I can do that now.
Yeah.
Hold on. We have a picture of cute little Baxter and his adorableness that we got permission from Arby to share because, Baxter and all his glory and beautifulness and everything else deserves to be shared. Oh, there he is. Okay, there's little Baxter when he was a baby.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't he adorable?
Absolutely adorable.
He is a bulldog boxer mix, English bulldog boxer mix, and he is just so cute.
Oh my gosh, look at that face.
I know. How can I mean, this is just so cute. I mean, he is just so adorable. You just
He
wanted to
would
pick him up and cuddle him.
uh-huh, he would have had to be in bed with me and oh
Mhm.
my gosh.
Isn't he just one of those adorable little pups that you
Uh-huh.
just want to pick up and snuggle?
Yep. How big is he now? How much does he weigh? Do
Um,
you know?
I think he was weighing in at I'm probably wrong, and Arby can correct me later. I think he's coming in at 60 to 70 pounds.
Okay.
He might be a little bit more because of the English bulldog. He's solid, but
Mm-hmm.
he's taller than a normal bulldog, but smaller than a boxer.
Mm-hmm.
So, he's somewhere along the lines of, I would say, a smaller lab or like a setter when
Right.
it comes to height, but weight is beyond what they are because he's so stout and stocky.
Yeah, that's what Chase is. He's got that
Oh my god, Art! Art! Art!
that's what I said why I that's why I said I didn't want to know what else he could be doing. That's why I just shut up and said I don't know. I don't want to know.
um,
But yeah,
Cannabis.
Chase is about the same size
Yeah,
that Baxter is. So just looking at his paws,
he's a solid boy.
he's solid. And out of all the dogs I've ever had, he's the one that has weighed the least, has
Uh-huh.
been the smallest, but has been the strongest dog I've ever had. Because he's low enough to the ground with those paws, they can just dig in, man. And I mean, you've been around when you bang me into the
Yes.
door. You know what I mean? I go flying, he sees a rabbit or something, and boom, I'm right out the door. I've gotten cracked many a time.
My ex-brother-in-law who's been staying with us, he had a bulldog. This was back when I was just getting out of high school. Him and my sister were married, and he had an English bulldog. And that sucker could knock you over just charging at you.
Mm-hmm.
You don't even got to have a leash on him and he can knock you over. Funny enough, I can't remember what the hell they called the dog, but I always called him No Nuts because he'd been neutered.
Oh,
Um, so that just became his name was No Nuts. I'm horrible. I really
you do realize that name would pertain to not only many dogs, but
many
many other
people
animals,
and
people,
other animals,
perhaps.
yes.
Yeah. Mm.
Um,
I don't want to know what you call women.
no nuts because we don't technically. Ours are up
Have
inside the abdomen. I mean, just They produce
Uh-huh.
different hormones.
Right.
Um, but no, they had a beautiful English bulldog. It was a puppy that they found running around a parking lot. No owner ever claimed it. So they had a purebred English bulldog puppy.
Oh, wow.
And I was mind blown out how beautiful he was. And like I said, I still can't remember his name because I'm so used to calling him No Nuts my
I hope
entire
I
life.
hope that that dwells on you all night tonight, trying to think of his name. DM me when you remember it.
I will. I'll just ask my ex brother in law when he pops around the room. But
Okay.
he's here, so I could just ask him. But I'm not going to do that right now. But no, it is definitely just they're solid, a very solid breed of dog. And when they charge at you, you best just brace yourself because that's like getting hit by a 2 foot tall linebacker.
Uh-huh.
And I'm not joking. Um, they come at you and they will knock you over. Don't think for 1 second those tiny little pups can't hurt you. They're solid. They could sit on your chest and smother you if
Yeah,
they
I was
wanted
thinking
to.
about that just now. They use many dogs, but I think with in police work everybody associates the German Shepherd. But
Mhm.
wonder how many English bulldogs they could use just for like cleanup. Like, you send in the German Shepherd, they come running in, knock the suspect down, and then here comes No Nuts charging in, stomp right on his chest, and waits to till he can get cuffed. That could make a different, interesting unit, canine unit, huh?
It would be. I know they use them in the UK. They do have them on the police force, but I think they're more of a mascot.
Mm-hmm.
But they are a very fun breed. There is a specific reason for them, but I can't remember what it is. I mean, I could Google it really quick. Actually, you know what? Let me Google it. That's going to drive me nuts trying to remember. There is a specific reason behind the breed. Hold on.
Oh, here's Art. He had a purebred Cocker Spaniel, and she knew she was cute.
They were used for bull baiting.
Hmm.
Wow. It's a practice that is now banned, but it was used to antagonize a bull. Their powerful build, strong jaws, and tenacity made them ideal for this purpose. But when a bull baiting was outlawed in 1835, their numbers declined significantly.
Oh, I didn't know.
Dedicated breeders have been able to save them.
Hmm.
And they bred to focus on a calmer temperament. Okay, smaller size and more appealing features. I did not know that.
Interesting.
I learned something new. Okay.
Yeah. Hey, cannabis. There's a prepper that I follow that made your concoction using sugar water and pine needles for Sprite and
You
Seven
know
Up.
what else works? Just squeezing a lemon, a lime, adding sugar and carbonated water. I'm not using pine needles. Pine needles are disgusting.
Now, if you really wanted a Sprite or 7 Up to soothe your stomach and you're out in the wilderness, you're gonna get
Uh-huh.
up.
Um Honestly, I wouldn't use Sprite. I would find some ginger root.
Oh, here we.
Ginger is actually better for
I
an
know
upset
it
stomach
is,
than
but what
Sprite.
is it in the north? Is it in
Yes.
oh,
Yes.
where?
Out throughout the Appalachians, there's
Uh,
a lot of ginger in most mountain regions. Actually, we have wild ginger and ginseng down on the property.
oh yeah, but we don't up here.
Actually, I
So,
bet you do. You just don't know how to you haven't noticed it because
uh-huh.
you don't know how to
But I
spot it.
have 180-foot pine trees. I have little teeny tiny pine trees. I have blue spruce. I mean, pick your I
But I
almost said
bet
scent
if
again.
you
I almost said
recognize the pattern for the leaves, you would be
yeah.
able to find the ginger and ginseng faster,
Oh, yeah, yeah, yeah.
and it would taste a lot better than pine
Uh-huh.
needles. Just gonna
Yeah.
point that out.
Uh-huh. You're coming up to the
I
third
honestly
quack.
believe you have wild ginger or wild ginseng growing on your property.
I'll bet we don't.
I put money on it.
We well, neither one of us have any money, so we got to bet maybe one of the kids. So, and I don't know if we even want to make that kind of switch because you're just buying one problem for another.
But there's also nothing wrong with always carrying ginger or cinnamon with you, by the way, or
Oh yeah,
ginseng.
because just add that to your backpack, even
Actually, you should. There's a
Oh,
lot of medicinal properties in it. You should always have some on you in in a plastic baggie or something.
hmm.
I personally believe in keeping it around. There's a lot of medicinal purposes for them. But did you also know willow bark doubles as aspirin?
Yes, that's what they. Yes.
Most people might not.
Hmm.
So there's actually a lot of options you have besides pine needles. Just gonna point that out. Me personally, as much as I can do that, it is disgusting. I have chewed on pine needles as a kid, and I cannot get past that nasty, waxy,
Well, who the hell
molasses
said to ever
textured.
chew on a pine needle?
My stupid ass child brain.
Okay, there's problem number one.
There are some laws against betting kids, but I hear the IRS will accept body parts.
Mm, that's the truth, Art.
Oh my god,
Oh
trying to
yeah.
read that and not laugh too loud at the same time.
Uh-huh. That's
I'm a
true,
little
isn't
bit
it?
dizzy from that one.
Yep.
But yeah, I get that pine needles are an option. It's just very disgusting to me to think of that
I mean,
because
think
of
of
my stupid experience of
yeah,
pine
think
sap.
and then think of pine sol. Not only would you, then you could rinse you know, and uh deodorize and clean your mouth out at the same time.
Mm, nope,
Yeah.
no pine sol for me.
Yeah.
But like I say, my main point is I always try to keep ginger and ginseng around because there are medicinal properties, and actually ginseng has been used to help treat fevers and stuff in the past. When you have like a cold or a flu, it is a really good thing to use to help with that. So,
Mm.
keeping some ginger root and ginseng and cinnamon sticks always good for you. Always. And you can boil them in any pot of water and then you have tea.
Pass on that. That's all nasty.
But also just pointing out that the way that, he's suggesting, you're also gonna be flat soda, unless
Mm.
you got some CO2 to mix into it.
Yeah, I could do flat Sprite. We need to get the show started. It's all going on
Oh,
10 days.
yeah, mint
Yeah.
tea. Mint you can find anywhere.
Yeah. Mint is anywhere. Yeah.
Yeah, and yes, we do need to get our butts started on our actual show, um, because 'cause we've been
I
having
don't
too
know
much
why
fun
you always
chit-chatting.
get us sidetracked.
Uh,
Yeah.
Technically, I didn't. It was cannabis who got us sidetracked, but that's okay.
Okay.
I'll take the
Oh, yeah.
blame.
Blame the chat. Blame the chat. Go
I
ahead.
just said I'll take the blame, even
Okay.
though
Well, we're good.
technically you read his comment, which led to me saying there's better alternatives than pine needles that can be used if you're making it, and depending on your circumstances, as
You're
you pointed
rehashing.
out.
You're making us relive it again. Move on, please.
Wait, there's supposed to be a show?
Mm,
Thanks, Art. I told you I have fun chit chatting with these people. It's a lot of fun.
it's a lot of fun. Yeah, there's a show, our one that we frickin' put together. I think we did.
Something like that, you
Yeah.
know.
Wait, what's the first thing we have up for today?
Oh,
Oh,
that Philly mayor.
you know
Yeah.
what? Now let's get pissed off.
You want me to hit play first, or do you want to just cuss for 20 minutes and then I'll hit play?
No, you go ahead, hit play first, and then
Okay.
we'll do the. I think we have an article or whatever. I don't know, but I'm
We have
pissed.
actually, I believe, one article and three YouTube posts. I mean, not
Okay,
YouTube,
X
X
posts. Yeah,
posts,
do the video and the X posts, and then we'll
and
go
then
from
do the
there. Yeah,
okay.
we'll see about the article. Chase,
Okay.
stop.
I'll hit play.
Let me get this straight. In the same city where we declared our independence in 1776, the now current mayor of Philadelphia, Sherrill Parker, is planning to hoist the flag of the Chinese Communist Party, the standard bearer of communism, in an upcoming ceremony. How did we get here?
It's astounding that we got here, but it's because, these sort of leftist control, progressive control cities like Philadelphia, unfortunately, don't know where their true loyalties and allegiances are, right? If you go to China, you will never see an American flag being flown at a Chinese city hall, but that's the situation we have in American cities.
And House Select Committee on China Chairman John Molinar has issued a letter to Mayor Parker, urging her to stand down on this upcoming flag-raising ceremony. What happens next?
I think now the city of Philadelphia has a choice to make, right? Are they an American city that has played a pivotal role in the American founding, and are they going to inherit that legacy? Or are they going to continue down this road where they're going to renege on their legacy? I think it's very important to know that this program, this flag raising program, it was part of a diversity DEI initiative, right? It was a DEI initiative to be more respectful to the immigrant community that allowed for the Chinese Communist Party to say, oh, well, we're going to have our flag be flown as well.
I gotta pause this. What the fuck?
I am just beside. How is this even a thing?
I
How,
have to. We're
what?
flying there. I hear you, but we're flying their flag out
That's
of
right. That's right.
respect for the. What the fuck? This is America.
That's right. But hey,
One of our presidents addressed Europe in his pajamas. This was back in the 1800s. I think
hmm
it was Jefferson who went to Europe in his fucking pajamas. He would not even show the respect of getting dressed to talk to foreign leaders. What the fuck?
well, I don't really
They
give a
are
shit right now about 17, whatever. I give a
they're rolling
shit.
in their goddamn graves over what we've done.
This is, see,
Whoo,
this
lordy.
bullshit of vote them out of office has to stop. Okay? This
Mhm.
is total lack of them upholding their charge to the Constitution of the United States of America, and they should be stripped of all powers and be
Amen.
zilched, gone, nada, whatever, gone. Just gone.
Mhm.
And what do you mean? The Senate reached out to them and sent them a letter. Fuck that letter. Somebody go down there with a bullhorn and scream, what is wrong with you? What is wrong with these people?
A lot.
What are we supposed to do now? Okay, so we've
We
seen.
look like fucking shit
Oh,
to the
we
world by
are.
catering to
Well,
China.
look at when China came, when Xi Jinping came to San Francisco.
They catered as well.
What did Gavin Newsom do? He cleaned up the homeless section. All them people went where? Where are they? Where'd they go? What
Probably San Francisco Bay.
would they do with them? Yeah. Everything was spick and span clean, or should we say in this case, it was pine sol clean. Uh They hoisted the flag there, matey. Now we've seen the takeover of where? Dallas, Houston,
Mhm.
in Philadelphia as well. This will all be forthcoming, by the way. We've seen Dearborn, and is it Hammer Trap? What is
Hamtramck.
Heptramic? Go to the Islamic community. Uh, Dearborn is now just reached the 55% mark. Is now foreign uh, Islamics. Philadelphia is building 10 brand new mosques now. We are being taken and being gutted from the inside out. Before we had 9/11, which was a big in your face, Americans got all behind it and was American pride, American joy, all of that. This little insidious nitpicking, this little here's a killer today, here's a shooter, there's a shooter. Oh, that's so sad here down in New Orleans. Oh, that's so sad up in Michigan. That was so sad down at the Air Force base. Nobody's looking at it from the big picture. Nobody's looking at what's actually being done to the American culture. We are being taken over just like the UK is. There's going to
Mhm.
be no America. And I'm going to tell you what, I'm going to be dead and gone. But my children and my grandchildren will still be left here.
Mhm.
And I hate to see you're still going to be here. Friends of mine
Yeah,
that
but I
are in
can
this
handle my
chat are
own.
still going to be here. And I'm going to hate to see what kind of freaking country we're going to have left. What you're going to be handed over. A
Mhm.
socialist, Marxist, communist country where Americans will be, we don't have to worry about black, white, and brown getting along together. We're going to have to worry about Americans versus others.
Yeah.
It's not going to be religion. Right now it is. Right now they want you to believe it's race, religion, whatever. No, we're looking at it's Americans versus whatever you want to call them, illegals,
The people who don't
foreigners.
believe in the actual
Yes,
America.
correct.
Mhm. I absolutely agree, and I've been saying it. It's not going to be a race battle. It's going to be the idiot elites pitting us against each other so we're distracted while they do whatever the hell they please.
And it's working. And there's
Uh huh.
nobody in Congress. I don't hear like where is anybody at? Who? Please name me some people. Who?
I was just talking to the receptionist at my eye doctor yesterday, and I was telling her about the podcast and how we're calling out both sides of the political party for being idiots. And she's like, "Yeah, if you know how to fix it, please tell me." I'm like, "Well, we're going to need people to go in person and start demanding this. And as much as we want a president to fix things, we also got to start at the bottom and change our local governments and stuff too, because it's the local governments that work their way up to the higher powers." And she was really stunned. She had never thought of it that way. She liked it. She's like, if you ever run for Congress, I'm voting for you. I literally gained a vote from somebody if I ever run for Congress. And I love it. Most people don't realize how much power they really have.
What's the chat saying? I just see it scrolling.
Um, Hi, Spooky Scary. Welcome to the show. Oh, we have a new Spooky Scary.
Oh, hi, spooky, scary.
Why does that name sound familiar?
I don't
Oh,
know.
looks familiar. Hold on. I'll tell you in a second. Let me see who they are. Um, Let me go to their channel. Oh, I know who that is. It's the sneaky grandson popping back in.
Okay.
Believe it or not, I know how to check these things,
Mm-hmm.
but it's much appreciated. You don't gotta lie.
No, spooky, scary's fine.
Yeah, don't gotta say you're new. You've been here. We saw you.
We still see you.
Uh, um, Art says it's been closer to a class battle than any race thing or a long time for a long time now. Race hasn't been a big issue for maybe 40 years. Exactly. God needs to flood the earth. Cannabis, I am 100% with you. I am waiting. I am so waiting. Um, oh yeah. Anywho, let's finish this video. I've had it with these foreign nationals having more power over our nation that we have frickin' people in charge of a city raising their flags for them. That's bull crap. So, but back on target of the video. Sorry.
And this sort of DEI initiative is corroding the values of our America's founding city, and this needs to stop. And I hope they do stop.
I mean, this all seems very unprecedented. Is there any precedent of us hosting this kind of formal ceremony that's set to take place, hoisting the standard bearer of communism or any other country's flag in this same manner?
And these are the things that keep me up at night because I wish I could say this is the first time I've seen it, but you go to San Francisco, another progressive run city, and they've been hosting up the flag of the Chinese Communist Party for years, for decades at this point. And
That is
then you
not
look to
okay.
stories in New York about how they're in CCP cells that have been running roughshod and manipulating elections in favor of Democrats over there. And there's so
Well,
much concerns like that. It's everywhere and it's ubiquitous. And so
and
I wish
and
I could say this is an isolated problem
Oh,
to
hold on.
Philadelphia, but
Go ahead.
and why is it that there is Chinese-run police stations across the country that
Across the
are
globe and in other countries too,
right,
where China has no fucking business being.
right, but
And
here,
I can tell you why they're there is to
right,
regulate their people who are
cor-
dual citizens
yes, ma'am,
or here visiting or here for political reasons or work reasons.
or
It
perhaps
is to control them.
to give them orders of things to do.
Well, and also if they misbehave or say something bad against China, there
Right?
is a consequence for it. They can China will pull their right to travel, drag them back to China and throw them in jail.
Yep.
It's happened. People don't realize that China really is out of control.
Mm, but hey, we don't know what we're talking about.
San Francisco has more issues than just flying the Chinese flag. Trust me, I can believe it. I absolutely believe it. I believe it, Art. It's a disaster there. Nancy Pelosi's area. Yeah, it's bad. But this is bullcrap. And China should not be allowed to have police stations here. I'm going back to what you were saying. They should not be allowed to do that.
They shouldn't be allowed to own any of our farmland. They should not have a huge hold on the housing markets that they do. You
Which
know,
we're working on a deep dive on that one. We have a
right,
lot of articles set aside for that.
right. They own so much. Well, you would be shocked at how many foreign countries own a lot of land in the United
Oh
States.
yeah, I know. It's insane.
Mm-hmm.
But most people don't think to look for it. They think it's only America who owns land here.
Mm-hmm.
Nope, nope. China owns a lot of our farmland through the plains regions.
I mean,
Why?
they own Smithfield Pork,
Hmm.
well, Smithfield Foods, which,
Actually, they own quite a few of our ports.
yes, mm-hmm.
Most people don't realize most of the East Coast and West Coast ports are owned by China,
I
the
said,
shipping ports.
I said pork,
Oh, I'm talking the actual shipping
right,
ports.
and
They
pork,
actually do own those
yes,
too.
yes, they do. They have both.
I didn't realize you said pork. I thought you said
Yes,
port.
Smithfield Pork,
Oh,
they,
wow.
yes, is part of Smithfield Foods. So if you buy that pork loins that is in the sealed plastic that says Smithfield Pork, perhaps you might want to get a different product. And yeah, I said it, and I don't buy it.
Art, I want to address this. I don't have a problem with certain countries owning land in America. I have a problem if it's a country that we have been actively against
And I
for
disagree. No other
years.
country should be allowed, they can rent, but there's no rent to own. And no other country should be permitted to own any of United States soil.
Well, their embassies would have to be moved out of country then,
Mm,
because technically they own the land their embassy is on.
well,
That's how they make it
technically they
their.
can rent it then. Technically, we'll do a rent month to month lease if you push your luck. You
Again,
shouldn't be allowed, you shouldn't be allowed to
I
own.
see your perspective.
Yeah, I just, well,
I
what
do see it,
happens,
but I'm sorry.
what happens when I want to run a, electrical line has to go through that property. There's no eminent domain. And
I'm not sure.
that's just basic questions. Why would, in God's name, would you let any country, even one that you think right now is friendly to us?
Okay, how much land does America own in other countries?
Well,
That's a good question.
maybe those countries shouldn't let us own their land either.
No,
That's
but I
their
am
choice.
curious now that you've brought
No,
this up. You
I
got
know.
me thinking. Hold on.
I know we own a lot of land, but I'm just saying that's that country's decision to make. As far as the United States goes, I'm saying we should not be selling any of our land to anybody, particularly farmland that they're
Um,
still farming and selling to the American people. You know what, that happy horseshit air balloon that got to ride around in our airspace for
I
what,
know that
10
was
days with
unacceptable.
Biden?
According to a 2001 study, we own about 9 million acres of land in other countries.
That's nothing.
Let me see how much China owns of America. 12.8 million acres.
There you go.
That is what?
Farming.
That 12.8, and we have 9. So that's about 3 million more acres than what we own in other countries. And just in America, not even what they own in other countries. They own more than we own across the world. That's not okay.
And I'll bet we don't own any land in China now, do we?
I have a feeling we don't. U.S. investment abroad. We do have land throughout Asia and the Pacific. However, Europe actually has the most land in America, the most foreign
Mm-hmm.
direct investment into American land. Um, then Asia, then Canada, then Latin America, the Middle East, then Africa.
And what the frick is the Middle East and Africa doing owning land?
Oh, they own very little investment into
I
it.
don't care. I don't
I mean,
care
like, it
either
doesn't
way.
even matter.
I mean, I don't care. I don't even own my land. You know what I mean? I rent it.
Uh-huh.
I own my home. I don't, I rent my land. The frickin' government owns my land.
Hmm.
There you go. We should see if they paid their property taxes, and if not, go in and get them through.
Oh, I'm sure they do. I'm absolutely sure they paid their taxes.
You don't know that. Stranger things have been done and said, trust me.
Okay, which foreign country owns the most farmland in the US? Um, let's see. Um,
I don't think it's China. I remember looking this up.
actually, China is the primary target, but it's actually Canada, and followed by the Netherlands, Italy, and the UK, and then Germany. So technically, we should be raging against Canada more than we should. They own 14.2 million acres of American land.
For what
Why is
reason?
everyone upset about
Why?
China now that we know Canada actually owns even more?
Well, because at least we know that Canada isn't a communist country that we know of.
All
Right.
but in name. They are all but in name.
I know. The bottom line is, I don't. That's a lot of land. Why? When Americans do not have enough housing.
My question is, why is Canada got borrowing our land? Canada has so much fucking land.
I know. How much land do we
You
own in
don't got to keep
Canada?
changing your name,
How much do we own in like
Jacob. You don't got to keep changing your name. How much do we own in Canada? That's a good question. Um,
Hey beautiful, I see you. I love you.
the United States does not own any land within Canada.
Yeah, why?
That is a very good question. That is a very, very good question. Yeah, we don't own any land in Canada, but they own, and I'll put these links in the description, 14.8 million acres, I believe was the exact number of American land.
Say that again.
Oh, 14.2 million acres. Canada owns 14.2 million acres of America
And
for
for
whatever
what?
purpose they are using it for. It looks like it's agriculture.
Mm-hmm.
But we don't own any of a foot of their land. I think that's a little unfair. Why don't they grow stuff in all their open space up there?
Because it's too cold.
You got the lower ones that you could use.
Mm. They're pretty sparse at. I mean, they're not a condensed.
The occupied Republic of Kanakistan.
Mm-hmm.
I know we have a Canadian that follows our channel, and I'm sure she'll be laughing her butt off at that. Um, yeah, something seems off with this balance thing. And then they have the frickin' nerve to try and dump all those fucking tariffs and stuff on us.
Yeah.
Uh-uh. Nuh-uh, Canada. I got some words for Canada.
I mean, so see, this is where people don't piece all this together, and the politicians don't do a good job of laying it out. Like, look, did y'all know 14.3 million acres of your soil in the United States is owned by Canada. They're growing crops here. They're being shipped home, sent back, and you're being tariffed on it, and you asses are paying for it. You don't even know
Mhm.
it. So
Mhm.
when you're in the grocery store and you see something that says product of Canada, pay attention to where it was grown.
Did you see
There's a
this over here on the side of the? Oh no, I'm not sharing it. Sorry. Top five states with the most foreign land investment. Maine, 21.1% of Maine is owned by foreign. Hawaii, 12.8%. Alabama, 8.6. Michigan, 8.6. Nevada, 8.1% of the state is owned by foreign investors.
mm-hmm.
What the fudge?
Yeah, I've looked at all this before. It's very disturbing.
I've
Nobody's
been just
to give
editing
a shit.
videos. I haven't seen some of the stuff you
Yeah.
found.
Mm-hmm.
I'm looking at this.
Yeah.
Uh-uh.
And you're looking at it, it makes you go,
Now that I'm looking at
where?
this, like actually looking at it,
Yeah.
why are we?
Okay.
I get why China's a
Now,
threat, but
okay,
Canada, what
now,
the fudge?
okay, now throw in, right, all the chicken farms that burned, had accidents, got the bird flu, blah, blah, blah. Then add all the cities that had railroad road accidents.
Mm-hmm.
Then there is the bovine flu epidemic thing that was going on. And now there's some new illnesses that the cow. And what happened?
Wow.
That was weird. China doesn't like it that we're talking.
No, they don't.
And I completely lost the chat. Can you hear me though?
I can hear you. Can you hear me?
I can hear you, but I can't see the chat, so
Okay. Um, Art says we've always wanted to be very open and welcoming, but we didn't think about the consequences of that idea. Very true.
and see now it's a little bit too late because there's nobody in Congress that gives a good shit about the United States anymore.
There's a handful, but
Yeah,
most of them
but a
aren't
handful
involved
isn't
in
enough.
booting all these countries out.
A handful isn't enough anymore.
Oh, I know that. I'm just saying it's an option for,
Go see
it's a
Daddy.
start.
I got a holler. Excuse me. Eric, go. Sorry about that. You know he's got to ask permission to go to the bathroom.
Of course. And all you got to do is tell somebody else to do it, but he won't go tell them. He's got to
I
come tell you first.
I know. All the time.
Mm-hmm.
But this is extremely disturbing, and trust me, this is just the surface shit we're talking about. This is not anything like heavy duty, who's into what. We're not even talking like, think of the offshore drilling shit that goes on. Think about the fishing industry that goes on.
Oh, I know.
I mean, there is so much tied in the wealth that we have in this country. I've heard it often said that the United States is probably the only country in the world that has it all, right?
Uh-huh.
Two coasts, well, even the Gulf Coast, the Gulf of America, I should say, as it's now known, which it was originally named that before it was the Gulf of Mexico, by the way. Uh,
Yeah.
all of the states, we can get everything from, butter to buttered bread and everything in between. We
Yeah.
could we could be a fully self-contained country with a variety of crops, medicines, any you name it, we could do it. Now, I'm not naive enough to think that we don't need others or we shouldn't help others, but somebody is not paying attention to the hen house, and the foxes are already in.
Oops, sorry. I had to deal with a message from somebody. Oh, Art says I hear both, FYI. My keyboard is starting to die too. My cord got caught up under my purse, which weighs a frickin' ton because it has my um, self defense everyday carry along with three spare magazines, all fully loaded. So my purse is heavy.
What the fuck do you expect to run into?
Did I tell you about the mountain lion cat that was hanging around town that I came across some time ago?
And you're gonna need 3 magazines. You're,
Have you ever seen a 9mm take down a cat that size?
why don't you just wear a shotgun strapped behind your back?
Because I don't have a shotgun. I have a 410, but it needs to have the barrel resealed. I need to do that blue stuff to it, whatever it's called. I can't remember that to protect it. Yeah. And a 410 still ain't taking down a cat that size.
That's why I'm saying you need the shotgun.
Well, when I can afford to buy a shotgun, I totally will. In the meantime, yes, fully loaded and backup. And again, we did have the ice come through and remove quite a few people not too long ago.
Oh, so you're worried ICE is coming for you.
So, no, I just I worry about some of the people in my area. We also have a lot of meth heads
I see.
in our area. So, you never know. And I'd rather have it and not need it than need it and not have it. Get a
So,
titanium frame. It's nice and light. I carry a pistol to get to a better weapon. That's but that's me. I need to get my I have a really nice Winchester 410. I just got to get the barrel redone because there was some rust on it. But I agree. I need to carry something bigger. I know I'm crazy. Don't worry. But I did live
no,
outside of Detroit for like 20 years.
I just don't know. Never mind. We'll save this topic for another time. We ain't even through this segment yet. Please
I know.
continue.
Okay.
But that's not the case.
So, is this House committee going to be successful in their plea to the
No,
Philadelphia mayor to not hoist the Chinese Communist Party flag?
I hope they're successful. I think the ball is
no.
in the core of the
Well, we all know it didn't happen, but we'll get to that in a minute. This was before this actually happened.
city of Philadelphia and their mayor, right? I think the chairman made a reasonable plea that hey, the flag of the Chinese Communist Party and the Chinese government does not represent our value, and I think he had in heart to heart as an American that this flag does not represent who we are, and it should not be flown and honored. But unfortunately, we will see whether that gets through to the people of the political elite of Philadelphia.
How do we prevent this from happening again?
I think there just needs to be what the chairman did, what Chairman Muhlenhart did was great in terms of, sunshine is the best disinfectant, right? There's all these sort of, Chinese government influence operations happening all across the country. And, I think with the average citizen, Democrat or Republican, when they hear stories like this, they're astounded and they're horrified. And I think what we need to do is keep the drumbeat up. And every time there's these sort of cases of progressive run cities that kowtow to the Chinese Communist Party, we need to put them on blast, like the chairman did, and give them a hard time, so that they know that this is not something that is allowed within our political conversation.
And as I recall, this is the same Philadelphia mayor who couldn't spell the name of their NFL team, the Eagles, a little bit earlier this year. Let's roll that clip.
I forgot about that.
Listen, we've got to do this. Let me hear you all say E-L-G-S-E-S, Eagles!
ELGLSES. She really spelled it that wrong? D?
I
Are
have
they
nothing.
really this stupid and got elected?
That's what I'm saying. It doesn't take much, does it? It really doesn't take much.
What the fudge?
Of a major city. Go. Out.
As for call me, darling, that's something I can relay after the live stream through Nini. So don't worry,
I'll
we'll
be
get
right
to
back.
it. Okay. Let me get through these last few seconds because I want to wait for Dee to get back. I can't believe she don't know how to spell Eagles and managed to get into mayor, the position of mayor, and she can't spell Eagles. Wow. Wow. My head hurts trying to wrap itself into the gymnastics of how this person got to the position they're in. Yeah, she can't spell for crap. I know, I'm still trying to wrap my head around it. Like, how? How the heck do y'all vote in a person who can't even spell Eagles? Like, seriously. Y'all hired an illiterate mayor. What the fudge? And our founding fathers wrote some amazing documents, and these dingbats hired in a mayor who can't spell the national bird. Wow. I think my head actually might explode over that one. I do believe my head might just go pop over that. Like, what the fudge? Um, if you had to see the number of teachers I dealt with who couldn't spell or use proper grammar, you'd probably take up recreational drugs.
We probably lost a subscriber, but I don't
He'll
know
be all
what to tell
right.
you. Yeah.
I get it. I get it. All right. Let's get through this last 46 seconds, and I'm going to try not to make
Just
fun of their
don't
mayor.
open your mouth till the end, and we're gonna stop at this segment. The next several, well, no, we can't because you guys have to see what happens next. Do
Yeah,
not open your mouth, Crazy Bee. Put your hand over your mouth because
I'll
you'll have
do
a
my
lot to say
best.
about the next ones.
Okay. I'll
Don't
wait till
say
we
a
get done
word.
with reading over
Okay,
them.
you're da-ba-ba-ba-ba.
All right.
Go.
Let's go, birds!
So there's that, Yushi. I mean,
It's astounding. I mean, my fiance is a Philly girl, and if she saw that clip, I'm sure she would not she would be offended. Honestly, right? It seems like the Philly mayor doesn't understand how to spell the egos, and maybe doesn't understand the threat posed by the Chinese Communist Party. But ultimately, this at some point you can only say you're ignorant of the CCP's threat for so long. We've seen so many cases of the Chinese Communist Party influencing and infiltrating local government that maybe 5, 10 years ago you could have said, I don't understand the threat of the CCP. I don't even know what it is. But I don't think that sort of ignorance stands at this point.
Wow.
Okay, go to the next one.
Okay. Oh, shoot. 1 second. Bugger. I don't know why I hit stop sharing. Let me zoom this in so you can see. That should be better. Do you
So
want me to
this,
just hit
yeah,
play
just
or
hit play. Yeah, just hit play.
and then we can always go back? Hold on. What? No.
It's like a perfect funeral story.
No.
Yes.
Um,
Okay.
this is not China, but the United States. Chinese citizens are celebrating the CCP on American soil, and many of them hold American citizenships. There's no way China would tolerate this
Mm-mm.
if we were there. This person says, I
So
can't even imagine if I went to China and started doing this with the Japanese flag. I don't think you'd ever see me again.
no, what happened to what's his name? I apologize, I cannot think of his name. He stole the poster from China, and
Uh
we did,
huh.
and Trump got him back. He was a vegetable and died a couple of days or weeks later. You know who I'm talking about? He went over on some trip, and
Oh, yeah, that guy who
yeah,
disappeared. Yeah.
well, they put him in jail, and he wasn't
Oh,
sent.
that was North Korea that did that.
Was it North Korea? I thought it was
Yeah,
China.
and then they sent him back a vegetable, and he died. They
Oh
had to pull
yeah,
the
okay, North
life
Korea. I
support. That
apologize.
was
I thought it
actually
was
North Korea,
China. I thought it was China. Okay, my
and
apologies
somebody
to
pushed
China.
back.
Yeah.
Someone pushed back on this guy. He says, "What's a bigger threat, Palestine or China?" China is
Both.
definitely to Japan. It's China. To other countries, it's Islamic terrorism. Depends on where.
Right.
Wow.
All right, go ahead. Show the next one.
Um.
It's even
What?
more disturbing.
Hold on. No. Do they not know what Mao did when it came to feed the poor? Oh, I'm not even sharing it.
No, you're
Shit.
not.
Hold on. I'm sorry.
That's okay. It doesn't
There,
have any volume.
it does. I got the volume coming through.
Okay, I can't hear it.
It might be because of the how quiet it is. They're
Okay.
chanting about fight the rich, feed the poor, class war 2024. That's what happened in the 40s in China. Mao's revolution. How many millions more than died than even during the Holocaust? Many from bullets, not starvation. And then it was bullets, then starvation. That was the common cause of death. This, okay, I'm going to shut up. I'm sorry, there's still a few more seconds.
I just don't understand. You know,
Wow.
If it isn't Antifa, Black Lives Matter, Palestine, Israel,
Uh-uh.
Hamas, you name it, abortion, what the frick is going on?
People have no brain cells. When you fight the rich and feed the poor, you get Mao's revolution, the little red book. Like, oh my God, my son knows more about this than these university educated jackasses. How is it my son, who hasn't even finished high school yet, has more common sense than these idiots? Oh, D, can you hear me?
I'm here. I'm
Oh,
speechless. I'm sorry.
oh, I wasn't sure
I'm
if
just
I lost you or not.
no.
Yeah, I
I'm
get it though.
sorry.
I
I
get the
don't know what
speechless part.
else. I don't know what more to say to try to get my point across. I've tried to be nice. I've tried to be softer speaking. I've tried to call. I've tried to write to the point to down where we're motherfucking every couple minutes, and
Yeah.
there's no effect whatsoever. There's none from anybody.
And
From
again,
anybody. Nobody
I
gives
don't
a
like
shit.
China, but we've also been doing this for other countries too.
I know that. It isn't just
Israel is
China.
another one that
Yes,
has
they
a
are.
lot of control.
Yes. And if I think was it 10, I think Philadelphia, it was either 10 or 13. They have had these flag raisings for other countries. So China is not the first.
It won't be
Uh,
the last until
correct.
we make it the last.
Well, there should be some type of city ordinance charter that you're not allowed to do that.
Well, you got
But
to get the people on the city
yeah,
hall to do it, but they're
but
all
see,
woke.
but it's
DEI
right,
dumbasses.
but it's too late because we already have the creep is in. The creep, the green slime, that solvent green or whatever the name of
Uh
the
huh.
movie was, the creep is in. I don't know how to get it back out. Maybe some pine salt tea might do the trick. I don't know. It
I
needs
don't
to
either,
be.
but this is just disturbing.
It's more than disturbing. You wonder why. You guys think I'm bitching just, oh, she's just, squawking to squawk. Oh no, we're headed down a path I'm not quite so sure we're going to get out of. Because
Like, I
really,
don't grasp how people
Americans are
can't
lazy.
fathom this.
The next couple stories will prove my point about just how fat we are. But let's continue, shall we?
All right.
And in fact,
Next on the
why don't
list.
we hold that one and go right into the Pete Hegseth thing? Can you hold that one, second one,
Oh, you mean
the
well, we still
Michigan
got
one?
two more
Can you hold that and go to right to Pete Hegseth?
yeah, I could do that, but we
Okay.
still have two more things to cover on the
Yeah,
China thing, or do you
right.
want to just skip
Yeah,
that?
go no, go ahead. At least let's bring them up and then we'll decide if we want to do the whole thing or
Well, this is just a quick little thing of Chuck Schumer
yes.
waving and holding and covered
Sure.
in Chinese stuff. And this is from 2023.
Yes. There he was. What wasn't he the Senate majority leader?
I believe he was at that time,
Uh-huh.
yes.
The leader of the Senate.
Waving America and China flag covered in some kind of what's that called?
Happy New
Yeah.
Year. Yeah.
The
Yeah.
it's like a banner type thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I know what you mean the
Yep. And then this is just that article from Ground News. Well, it's not even an article, it's a summary.
right.
We can leave that in the
Well,
description.
this was the X post. What do you pull that up.
This was
Yeah.
from Ground News.
Yeah. Scroll down into that crazy bee. That should be a whole article, I thought.
No, it's just a
No.
summary and a bunch of articles they can go to.
Okay, that's fine. I don't know if you guys don't have access to that. It should have been an entire article, but I don't know why it popped over that way, crazy bee, because it
I
should
am
have
not
been.
sure.
Okay, well, I'll have to double check those from now on because it should have been a specific article, but
Uh-huh.
we'll take a look at that going forward. So that's the bitch about Philly.
Yeah.
So
I'm not okay with it.
yeah, I'm not either. Uh, either, nor, neither. None of it. Nada. Not one
Mhm.
frickin' iota. Um, so what do you got up next? What going on in the? Remember last week we brought up that Pete Hegseth called for a meeting over the weekend into this week with 800 plus generals and below
Military
senior
brass.
staff, all the military brass. As you recall, they renamed the Department of Defense to what?
Department of War, what it
There
used
you
to
go.
be.
Yep. And why did he say he would do that? Because why?
I can't remember off the top of my head, but pretty much that's what it was for. Is if we're
Exactly.
at war.
Right. It
And
was
it makes
not
us sound threatening again.
correct, and it was not supposed to be a woke agency. It was to me to show that we were at all times ready and prepared to go to war.
Mhm.
Hope for the best and expect the worst.
That's what I live by. I
Right.
expect the worst, but I pray for the best.
Correct.
Cause the shit's gonna
That
hit the fan one way or the other.
correct. And hopefully it's not that we have to go to war, but it is more ominous sounding, I think, Department of War. It
Well, that's
reminds
what it
me,
was until what was it, the 1970s?
I don't remember.
Oh, hey, Stryker.
Hi, Striker. Um,
I'm glad he's doing what he's doing. I'm glad
I,
they're making it a military establishment again,
yes.
not a
And,
reactionary
right.
establishment again.
And I was actually I was surprised, but not surprised because Hegseth went from what he was doing and he had that major strikes on his personal life.
Oh,
Uh,
yeah.
and, he worked for Fox. So to take
Yes.
a celebrity, right, from a successful weekend anchor position, um, and move him over to become the secretary was a huge undertaking, I think, for Trump. One thing I will say that knowing him through the weekend show, and if you followed his channel on X or whatever, he is a real hard ass. I mean,
Oh, yeah.
I fear for his children. I'm telling you, your children have no clue what it's like to. This guy has them around the dining room table, going over the Constitution, the Bill of Rights, and I mean, they're
Oh,
three,
so like my
4,
dad.
5 years old. They're
Yeah,
young, they're
so
babies.
like what my dad used to
Yeah,
do.
and he is a real tough ass. And
Yeah.
so, in I think to clean house, and we've heard the stories of his top uh, aides walking out on him, then supposedly writing tell-all tales about him, X, Y, and Z. Well,
But does he get shit done?
yes, and that's what Trump wanted. And
And
I think
again,
that's what we needed.
Ellen DeGeneres was a bitch because she could be, not because it was necessary. I think what he's doing, and especially instilling this into his kids, that expectation of higher standards. Like my dad had set some pretty damn high standards for us kids but he never put it out of our capability.
Mm-hmm.
I will give my father that. He
Well, we
knew what we were capable of, and he expected that bare minimum bar from us.
right,
And if we got below it, we got our asses chewed
right.
like drill sergeant chewed.
Well, we also talked a couple weeks ago about him eliminating the some of the programs that they had for how they chose military officers and some
Oh,
other
the DEI
programming.
BS.
Yes. And there was major blowback from uh, the Dems wanting him to resign, to
Oh, that ain't gonna happen.
major, right, the mainstream media calling for his resignation, arguing why these programs were such high value. But again, if we truly are going to end up going to war with somebody at some point, and it will
Mhm.
happen again in the future, we
We need
cannot
someone
have,
like him.
yeah, we cannot have these, oh, well,
I
let
gotta
me
paint
just,
my nails first.
yes, or let me write a letter to you and you'll get it. Let's FaceTime and we'll understand one another a little bit better. Honey, that ain't happening. So,
Yeah. No,
let's,
we need to be prepared for actual problems.
right. So let's hear a little bit about what went on at the meeting.
Yeah, this one's only a minute long, but we do have a longer video if we get
Okay.
to it.
All right.
Or we'll watch most of it if we want to.
Okay.
It all starts with physical
I
fitness
think
and
they're both
appearance.
important. If you
If the
guys want to stick around, since, Crazy Bee had to go on about pine needle Sprite tea, I'm willing to stay over a little bit if the class would like to. We'll stay.
If not, we can pick it up tomorrow.
There you go.
All right. Let me hit play. And yes, I'm sorry, there are alternatives. All right. Let's go.
the Secretary of War can do regular hard PT, so can
Can't
every
hear.
member of our joint force. Frankly, it's tiring to look out at combat
Still can't
formations,
hear
or
it.
really any formation, and see
Really?
fat
Nope.
troops.
Can anybody in the
Likewise, it's
chat hear
completely
it?
unacceptable.
Sorry, I was muted. Can anyone in the chat hear this? Yeah, evidently anything above colonels has been political. I think it might be only UD. You might want to dip out and come back in,
Okay.
see if it makes a difference, and I'll restart it. Okay, so D couldn't hear. All right, she's coming back. Um, I hate when this happens, and I agree. Art, I absolutely agree. It's all political BS, but yep.
You hit the bitch button again.
I did not because you could hear me for once, but you couldn't hear the video. Okay, let's see if you can hear it
Okay.
now.
It all starts with physical
Yep.
fitness and appearance.
Okay.
If the Secretary of War can do regular hard PT, so can every member of our joint force. Frankly, it's tiring to look out at combat formations, or really any formation, and see fat troops. Likewise, it's completely unacceptable to see fat generals and admirals in the halls of the Pentagon and leading commands around the country and the world. It's a bad look. It is bad, and it's not who we are. So whether you're an airborne
Amen.
ranger or a chairborne ranger, a brand new private or a four-star general, you need to meet the height and weight standards and pass your PT test. And as the chairman said, yes, there is no PT test. But today, at my direction, every member of the joint force at every rank is required to take a PT test twice a year,
Ooh,
as well
nice.
as meet height and weight requirements twice a year, every year of service. Also today, at my direction, every warrior across our joint force is required to do PT every duty day. Should be common sense. I mean, most units do that already. but we're codifying it. And we're not talking like hot yoga and stretching. Real hard PT, either as a unit or as an individual. At every level, from the Joint Chiefs to everyone in this room to the youngest private, leaders set the standard. And so many of you do this already. Active, Guard, and Reserve.
We thank you for watching, and remember, stay updated on breaking.
I like him.
Now go ahead and play. I'm not sure which longer one I gave you, but I want to see.
From CNBC. It's 28 minutes long. I'll do my best. If you
Yeah,
want, I could put it on 1.5 speed or 1.25 speed.
no, just play it, and I'll know it as soon as I see it if it's the one. I hope it's the right one I sent. Go ahead.
All right, this one.
Well, Mr. Chairman, the Joint Chiefs, generals, admirals, commanders, officers, senior enlisted, NCOs, enlisted, and every member of our American military, good morning. Good morning,
Okay,
and
stop
welcome
right there.
to the War
I
Department.
want to address Art. Art, you know, as an instructor, that sometimes you got to pull the troops in all together so that we all hear the same message at the same time. It wasn't a memo that was sent. It wasn't
And
a
ignored.
yes. It wasn't miscommunication or, oh, did you hear, my boss said to tell, the upper ranks was to tell the lower rank, but that didn't get relayed right. Yes, it was for public consumption. It was necessary, but I believe it was also necessary for the rank and file to hear that not only is there an expectation of the lower level, but there is an expectation now to be met by the leaders that are leading them. No longer, as he said, will a fat general be walking the halls of Congress.
The Pentagon.
And, well, they walk Congress too. Shut up.
Oh, yeah, they do.
You're getting twacked. That's 4 now. 4. Go for a 5th one, and I'm bringing the frying pan. We haven't had
Okay.
the frying
Oh,
pan out for a while.
how long till number 5? I'm just going to get it out of the way.
You just want me to do it, don't you?
It's
Okay.
out of habit. It is. I'm
You've
constantly
had it for a
correcting
long
kids
time.
and people in the house.
I
It
hear you.
really is force of habit, and I'm sorry. I don't mean to be a pain in the ass, but
But
it's
you
force of
try.
habit.
But I think it was necessary because the wokeness had taken over so many facets in the military, from all the way through the Coast Guard to the National Guard to everybody and everybody in between. And I think this is part of a bigger signal that go ahead and continue down the path that you are, and you're going to be gone. And I don't mean even from the physical fitness standpoint. I think from the standpoint of you will now follow direction appropriately and quit mismanaging the orders that you have been given, or quit ignoring them, quit trying to continue down the woke path. Do your damn job as you've been assigned to do it. And I do think it was important to call them all together. I mean, when's the last time that there was a meeting with everybody? I mean, they said it was rare, unprecedented. I'd be curious as to what year the last one was. Um, it's the first that I had ever heard of one being called together, but even Trump addressed them, which we can pull that. I didn't get a hold of those clips till later, so I
Yeah.
quite don't know everything that he had to say about it. But Crazy B, what's your thought? Was this a waste of time of him getting them
I
together,
think
or
this is kind of yeah, it could have been sent out as a memo, but the fact is then someone could say, "Oh, I didn't get it." or it got lost in process. I think this was a way of saying now there's no excuse that I didn't hear it. Y'all got to hear it. Y'all all heard the same thing straight from the horse's mouth. Now do it. There is no excuse for not doing it. It
Mm-hmm.
is this way. They all heard it all at once. No one can say, oh, the memo was delayed. It got lost. I never got the email. I didn't check my email. There is no excuse now. I think this was done as a way to say, now there's no excuse. Now fucking do it.
Now, if you guys Google this speech that he gave, you'll get a left perspective, and it's definitely a negative that they're throwing shade on him. Oh
Uh
my
huh.
gosh, all we did was pace back and forth and blah blah.
Have they ever
This
seen what a general does when he's lecturing and barking out
exactly.
orders?
You?
I gave him a
Yes.
lot of credit in that
Videos.
he recalled everything that he wanted to say. I mean, he had to practice that for quite some time.
Or he's got an earpiece and someone's feeding him the bullet points.
That's
So like a teleprompter.
Yeah, that's a possibility too. He's used to that working in Fox at Fox News. If he skipped over something, he could go back and, here's the bullet point on how D should smack Crazy B with the frying pan. Oops, you forgot that. Don't forget, give her last warning for the night, right?
Yeah.
So it's possible he had that, but I give him I gave him a whole lot less credit in the beginning when he was first hired because I
I
wasn't.
wanted to see if he would back it up.
Yeah,
His
and I think
yeah.
now he can back it up. I think he
I
can
I
back
just
it up.
I hope they follow through
I mean,
because again, our
yeah,
military should be in fighting form from top to bottom.
yes, and he does. I told you he's done the triathlons. He's swam in the ocean. He's done. I mean, he practices what he preaches. So when he says the top, it should be from the top down. I don't
It needs to
disagree.
be.
When you take a look at Millie and the other one, uh, I
Well,
forgot.
I've seen videos of even lower down ranking members of military who are morbidly obese.
Yes.
And I'm like, since when did that become okay?
Well, because they figured they had a automatic weapon of some sort, perhaps, and that would, make it all worthwhile.
I no, no. There's going to be a lot of men and women who are realizing that them getting in and not having to do the PT is going to come back to bite them in the ass, and they're probably going to get booted.
Yeah.
Seriously, y'all need
What
to
does,
step it up.
yeah, that is one thing I don't know. What happens if you fail your boot camp? They kick you out and
Yeah,
what?
yeah. If you fail boot camp, you're bye bye.
Hmm.
If you fail routine PTs, it's going to be probably a warning, and after a second warning, it's a goodbye.
And then what happens to you? I mean, are you
You
in
don't get
any
any of
kind
your
of trouble
benefits.
or
No, you don't. You're booted out of the military. You go back to civilian life. I don't know whether you would qualify for benefits or not
okay?
because it wouldn't necessarily be an honorable discharge at that point. I'm not sure.
Yeah.
That's something that again military members would have to speak up on. Um, Art says it doesn't matter if you got it. It's the military. If you didn't do it, you didn't do it. There is no excuse accepted. Well,
That,
unfortunately, under Biden, there was a lot of excuses
right.
accepted.
That's the problem. That's what we're saying is that under Biden with the DEI coming in, it was that it didn't matter could you or could you not do the job if you met the requirements of being, and I'm throwing this out as an example, a minority, binary, drag queen, rock star, then guess what? General material, you know, that's the kind of stuff that was happening. Just what we
Stryker answered my question about the discharge. It would be a less than honorable. It wouldn't be dishonorable, but it wouldn't be honorable either.
gotcha. Okay. So just like
Uh,
we're complaining about higher education, public schools, etc., this is what the military turned into. And
Art
could we?
says, oh, he answered some questions. If you fail boot camp, you're done. If you fail
Okay,
any standards after that, you're discharged. And your discharge conditions will depend on the circumstances.
I see.
Got it.
So just because I didn't want to get up and run at 5 a.m.,
You can get kicked out of the military now.
okay,
Yay.
They're not allowing people to get away with that anymore.
Toast Crunch Churro.
yeah,
What?
Cinnamon Toast Crunch Churro.
You've never had a cinnamon toast crunch churro? They're really good.
No, but someone made one.
Okay.
One person that
We're live streaming and we're already running over, so please don't interrupt, okay? You're distracting me. I love you. We can talk about it afterwards. But I'm glad that someone's at least cracking the whip on the military.
right,
I'm really glad someone's finally doing it. And like you said, our high ranking officers should not be walking around out of shape. That's not
right,
okay. Our high ranking officers should be ready to pick up and fight alongside the men they command,
right. If a soldier's fallen, they should pick him up and carry him or drag him or do something.
or pick
So,
up their
yeah,
gun and take over. I
right.
mean, just it's just the concept, and it looks better when your leading military members are capable of fighting alongside the men they command.
Well, I always felt that way, that a leader should be able to do that to begin with if necessary. If
I think the
somebody goes,
president should qualify as that as
yeah,
well, since he
and
is the civilian running
if,
it.
if anybody, Chase, go see daddy. Go. If if somebody on your team goes down, I don't care in what position you're in. If you're in a role as a leader, supervisor, manager, district manager, whatever, and something happens to a team member, you should have the ability to step in and pick up the ball and keep on going. That's the way it is. If not, you don't deserve to be in that role.
I miss the days when the country's leaders, like the kings and such, were out on the battlefield too.
Yeah,
You tend to think twice about going to war when you're the one standing out there.
yeah, and you were in front, in center. You weren't like behind them. You were in the front leading the charge. Yeah.
And this is precisely why I say our president should be in fighting shape and of fighting age.
Well, that would require a age limitation then, and then you'd be doing age discrimination.
Don't they do that in most jobs anyways?
Not. Mm, I could
I've
think.
seen doctors get pushed out because of age
But they
and
would have
mental
a lawsuit. I mean, if they can't do the job,
capability and physical capabilities.
right? But I don't know about that.
And if we have the standards of you have to be of fighting readiness, like the military you're commanding, I think this should apply to the president as well.
Mm,
They'll think twice about going to war if they're being called up too to the front lines.
eh, I don't necessarily see that happening when,
Oh, I don't see it happening, but I think it should be a requirement.
well, they have, I don't know, I'd argue they have the entire country. They have to, the military's just one facet that they have to be in control of. Am I
Do you
saying that
know how
they
many
must,
kings over the millennia have gone to the front lines and fought alongside their men and
yeah.
left the
And
queen or
how
their
big were
sons to
some
run
of these
it?
guys? How big were some of these men? Mm-hmm. How fast were
They
they?
were mostly in fighting shape, most of the kings throughout history.
Until that one king, Henry
Mm-hmm.
VIII.
Henry VIII was the only one known for his severe morbid obesity,
Right.
but the rest of them were mostly out on the front lines and on horses or on foot fighting with their men. George Washington was out there fighting with his men. I don't see
Yeah, he was.
why it's not acceptable for it to
Because we're
continue
not
being that way.
talking about the 1700s compared to 2025. That's why.
Oh, so it's less brutal to be shot than it is to be hacked apart by spears and
Oh,
spikes
definitely.
and
Mom,
There's
you're
pikes.
thinking
definitely I would
too
say
small.
that. But two, I would say
Ballistas.
that the times have changed such that
So
I
the
think
first lady can't take over running like the queens used to take over?
we don't permit that.
We should.
But it's not in the
Oh, wait, that's why we have a
Constitution.
vice president. We have a vice president
Right,
for those times.
right,
Yeah, wait, we
right.
do have that.
And we have the Speaker of the House.
So
So we could
technically, we
send,
do have a fallback that if our president was on the front lines, we do have backup.
well, I think maybe it should be in reverse order. Let's send Battle Axe Nancy Pelosi out on the front
Amen.
line, right? Right
There
after
we
she
go.
gets her hair done at the closed salon that nobody was allowed to be at, and then she could have been coiffed,
Oh, she could just
ready
have
to
one of the
go.
other soldiers braid her style her hair while they're being shot at.
Right, right.
There we
Put
go.
beads in it, and
Here,
uh,
braid my hair while we're being fired upon. No, I
right,
don't see why we can't have our military, our leaders have to go and stand side by side anymore.
Some of them did. Wasn't there that one guy who's a veteran?
well, that's why they created the whole concept of the separate branches of the military, the specialties, the positions that they did, just
Hmm.
just like they have a CEO of a major corporation.
You have backups on top of backups, so
Right.
there's always someone to run it.
Contingency,
Except
mother.
we've elevated that higher level position to be the top, and that everybody below falls before they go down. That's the problem that we've done today.
Maybe we might need to start changing it.
That ain't gonna happen anytime soon either.
So
Either.
apparently gout
Neither.
tends use
Neither.
skyrockets despite risks, CDC analyst shows.
We'll talk about that when we're done, buddy. Sorry.
You're good.
I do think, though, they would think twice. And again, same with all world leaders. All world leaders should have to be on the front lines getting shot at, too. I'm
Well,
sorry. They'll think twice before doing something stupid.
Hold up, this is more important. Coca-Cola rolls out innovative reverse vending machines.
How is that more important?
Because it's a reverse vending machine.
No.
How does that make
Just
sense?
not right now. We'll discuss it later. Sorry. He's got me distracted, but I really do. I'm just sick of these leaders willy nilly throwing people at each other and not giving two shits.
but they do that with so many things now, don't they?
Venture. Oh, gonna get
And
angry.
that's one of my issues.
Hold on.
That is always going to be one of my issues.
And the vote them out of office thing, well, that ain't working either. Either.
Because the
Either.
next jackass ain't going to put themselves out there either.
Right?
I've had it.
But
I get it. They wanted to protect our leaders from harm, but in the process of doing so, they've basically created a king who doesn't have to face the consequences of his actions.
right. Why don't we stop right here? And why don't we pick
Okay.
the rest of this video up tomorrow?
Okay,
I
I
have
can do
not
that.
watched the entire thing. Um, and let's just play it for a little bit. I'll go grab a couple things that I did see come by before we went on air and see if you want to play them or not. But I think it might be worth listening to what the expectation and what else he has to say, at least briefly, at least for 3 minutes or so. And if we want, we can continue on with it, um, and kind of go from there.
Mhm.
Okay, now for the chat and for people that are listening afterwards, if you have not joined the Discord already, please do so. Uh, Further discussions, uh, slight disagreements may occur, but always get resolved. Remember, you're talking to one another via um, direct messaging, so sometimes you can't get what somebody is actually trying to say versus how you take something. When you read it, you assume you know what the author of something is saying it and exactly in what tone and exactly how they're trying to tell you. But there's a lot of good conversation there. We have a poll that is up, and
Oh,
we'd like
not yet. It will be,
it will be up 30 minutes afterwards, Crazy Bee said.
give or take.
Oh, now you're changing it to give and
No,
take.
I'm trying to get everything done, but it depends on how long we chit chat
I'm
afterwards too.
just giving you a hard time.
Oh,
Relax.
I,
I
this is
know.
me exhausted. My brain's not always up to par. I apologize.
Uh, my brain is never up to par, so what are you talking
You're
about?
doing better than me today.
Um, Perhaps, perhaps not. What else? Please don't forget to like, follow, comment, share, subscribe. We appreciate you joining Rex Sisters, and we've been a wreck today, particularly all because I apologize. Oh, I lie. I will bring future problems like, why can't I get the bottle cap off of my pop? Why?
That's
Just
a good
why?
question.
hmm I'm telling you, it's like the. Never mind. We're not going down that path again. I'm ending this. I'm done. I did not take my meds yet. It's getting late, so I have the baby tomorrow. We will be live from 3 to 5 p.m. Oh, and the big news about the baby this
Oh,
weekend. Finally, finally, the little tooth is through.
oh, he got his first
Yes,
tooth.
he did. Yep, it's finally through. Finally,
Yay.
yes. Yep. So many more to come. So I have,
Woohoo. First
yeah,
tooth are through. He'll
uh-huh.
be feeling
So
a little bit better, but
that's
give it
why
a
all
couple
that,
weeks and he'll
yeah,
have another one trying.
uh-huh. So that's why all that severe screaming for those of you that have been on phone calls with me that are just like, oh, he's just crying. Yeah. And
No,
then
he's
you heard him.
teething.
Yeah. Then you heard him screaming. Oh, well, that was a difference. Oh, but, if you would have seen him gumming himself with his little gums together, you knew he was trying to work on getting it
Oh,
through. So,
poor little dude.
yeah, he was home over the weekend, so I forgot all about his little tooth coming through till just now. Uh, so,
Aw, he's going to be able to start chewing his own food soon.
yep, we'll see what happens. But, all right, peeps, I'm
Well, I'm
out.
glad to
I'm
hear
done.
that.
I'm cooked.
Well, I'm going to do just so y'all know, I put up the little picture thing today. The little thing. Look for it in the video. Feel free to comment what it was. I'll tell you if you were right. And it just is a way to interact and have fun. Something a little special. Um, And for me, I'm done, and I'll have that pull up shortly. So, y'all stay safe, stay sane, stay sober, and we'll catch you on the next one.
See you tomorrow. Good night.